Steven Universe the movie is a musical sequel to the TV series Steven Universe. It follows Steven and the Crystal Gems as they battle a long-forgotten piece of Pink Diamond's past, Spinel.
Spinel is the main antagonist of the movie. She was first created for the purpose of entertaining Pink Diamond and sort of keeping her out of the other Diamond's paths, but she ends up being a bit too overbearing and dependent for Pink's liking, and so when Pink has the opportunity to start her own colony, she leaves Spinel. I think this is the kind of dynamic a lot of people can find painfully relatable from either side of the relationship. We know that Pink has the capacity to care about people, but she also causes a lot of pain and hurts a lot of people, and Spinel is just one of those people. She spends 6,000 years alone and just wondering what went wrong.
Spinel arrives on Earth feeling worthless and abandoned. She sees Steven and his new friends, and in a fit of rage, she attacks them and begins poisoning the planet. Spinel uses a disruptor to return the crystal gems to their factory settings, and when Steven turns this disruptor on her, she's reset as well. The film follows Steven and Spinel as they attempt to fix the other gems.
Spinel is attached to Steven throughout the entire film. When Steven suggests they split up for even a moment, she loses it, and in those small moments you can see just how codependent she really is. She wants him to do whatever she wants to do, and she tries to maintain the relationship even though it's one-sided and self-destructive and abusive.
As the planet is being poisoned around them, Steven and his father set up a concert designed to placate the citizens of Beach City and bring back Pearl's memories. Spinel sees all of Steven's friends banding together to save Pearl. Steven fuses with his dad and together they succeed. Steven already has a family, which is something that Spinel doesn't fit into. She starts to feel unwanted. She was made to serve Pink Diamond, but that's clearly not what Steven needs her to be. And if she can't be of use, then why even stay?
Steven Universe the show gives us context for Pink Diamond as a character. We know she's done terrible things, but we also learn about how she felt being the smallest diamond. She was mothered and pampered when all she wanted was to be taken seriously. She wanted her own colony, she wanted to be useful to the other diamonds, she wanted to fulfill her purpose. She wanted to be their equal, but instead she was shoved away and ignored. We see flashbacks of them locking her in a tower for who knows how long, just because they didn't want to deal with her. She felt abandoned and unlovable. Spinel was created by the Diamonds to distract Pink, and she did give her the company and attention that she was denied by her fellow Diamonds, but Pink wanted bigger things. When Pink is finally allowed to join the Diamonds, the people she's always looked up to and wanted to emulate, she leaves Spinel like it meant nothing. To Pink it was nothing. But to Spinel, it was the world. Spinel was created to be a friend, and the person she was made for didn't even want her. Her entire universe, her purpose, just abandoned her.
The song Drift Away introduces us to Spinel's backstory. It's this really beautiful musical sequence. We get to see Spinel come to terms with the fact that Pink was leaving her long before she actually left the garden. The subtle facial expressions on the characters make this scene feel really emotionally complex. Sarah Stiles, the voice actor for Spinel, imbues her performance with so much genuine emotion, even though she's using this very intentionally cartoony character voice. At the end of the song, we get to see Spinel transform as the damage done by the disruptor is fixed.
When someone is traumatized like that, it becomes a part of them. It's not something that can just disappear. This is shown with Spinel's character design. Her initial design with Pink Diamond shows her heart-shaped gem on her chest and her hair in heart-shaped buns. When she realizes what Pink has done to her and what was taken from her, her gem turns upside down and her pigtails become disheveled, and black tears streak down her cheeks like mascara. Then in the song right after Drift Away, called Found, Steven tells her that she can love again and can be loved again. She just has to find the right person, someone who won't hurt her like Pink did. This is when she begins to actually open herself up to the idea of changing. This is also where we begin to see that she has some shame around what happened to her. At the end of the movie, when she's accepted what has happened and realizes that she wants to change, her design doesn't go back to the way that it was. Her trauma doesn't go away. It will always be with her, but the way she interacts with herself and others can change.
And Spinel does change, at first. She turns off her injector and returns to the planet, and Steven and the Crystal Gems prepare to resume their happy ending. Unsure of how she can fit into this new world, Spinel lets her insecurities get the best of her, and when it's revealed that Steven still has the disruptor, she panics, assuming he was planning to reset her, and turns her injector back on. This triggers the film's final battle and the song Change. It's another really excellent animation sequence, and it has great visuals, and Steven's voice actor, Zach Callison, really gets to show off how talented he is.
Throughout this song, you can see moments where Spinel falters, where she sees glimpses of a little less pain. She isn't ready to accept it, though. She needs someone to blame, someone to tell her why existence feels like this. Why did everyone but her get to live happily ever after? Steven is the one to break the cycle. He shows her that if she puts in effort, she can make a change, and change how she feels, and the way she sees what happened to her.
After defeating Spinel with the power of friendship, Steven suggests that she move back home with the diamonds. It's an intentionally open ending. She goes off with these notorious abusers, and we don't know if this is going to cause another relapse or even more trauma. But we know that she wants to be better. It's not a happy ending, or even really an ending, and that's the point. Steven Universe the movie was a celebration of the show that came before it. It pays tribute to the previous arcs of its characters while introducing a new original story, and it sets up a lot of themes that would be further explored in the sequel series, Steven Universe Future. Its songs are homages to classic musicals, and the animation is an elevated version of what we usually get in the show. This film doesn't get a happy ending because there are no endings. Life is about change and adaptation. It's okay to look back at how far you've come, and it's okay to not be certain where you're going. It's about accepting who you are and who you can be.
Spinel isn't necessarily redeemed, but she knows that she wants to be a good friend to people, and no longer wants to take her pain out on them. We know she has a lot of work to do, including shame. She's scared of showing her damaged self to the other gems, and then later the diamonds, afraid they won't be able to love her. But when they show her she has value, and that she can make people laugh and be a genuinely good friend, she fully allows herself to begin the process of healing. Spinel is a character who represents trauma resulting from abuse, and how it can become cyclical if people don't face it in a healthy way. The diamonds neglected Pink because of their ambitions, and then Pink neglects Spinel because of her ambitions. Spinel takes that trauma out on others, but Steven shows her that she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to hurt people to try to get over her own pain. She can make it better, and she can make a change. Okay.
That's the video essay!
That's the video essay. Okay.
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 You're right.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Okay.